Dude, so Tyler Carter, man, like, what are you up to these days? I mean, you left Woe Is Me, and then what have you decided to do?
I'm on tour right now with Go Radio, and I spent a lot of time in LA working on my album. I'm gonna probably put out like a 4-song EP. That's just what I've been up to lately, and you know, I'm kind of hanging out with my guys that quit Woe Is Me, and we're kind of working on some stuff, but nothing like in stone yet. Just hanging out. We're good friends again, and things are back to.
Right, guys, you mean the guys who left Woe Is Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're back to the original dreams and just being family, you know, and hanging out.
Well, I think a lot of viewers are wondering, like, why did you leave Woe Is Me?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that go on inside a band that people don't know and probably sometimes could never know, but yeah, there's just, you know, there was a certain person in the band that drove us all away, you know, like, just couldn't handle it anymore, you know. Not only musical differences, but control issues and manipulation, and a lot of other conniving things along the way during Warped Tour that I just wasn't happy with. And I decided halfway through Warped Tour that I could do it on my own. I could go my own way and do like what I really wanted to do, you know. And I fought that passion to be a solo artist for a long time, because everybody in the band was my best friend, and you know, I thought that if I left, it could hinder the band for a minute. And I mean, it didn't so much, you know, because they're doing all right, and congratulations to them for that. But you know, I just decided that it wasn't about friendship anymore, and especially because this person was tearing things apart, that I could just go my own way. And there was a day on Warped Tour where the band like didn't make it to the show because of our bus problems, and I was riding with another band, which also didn't settle well with this person, you know, because of the control issues.
So you just didn't have any freedom.
Yeah, it was like so much lack of freedom that it was really pissing people off, and I for one just like didn't stand for it. So like I said, I rode with another band, and that was the day I did my own autograph signing, promoted as Tyler Carter, not Tyler Carter from Woe Is Me, and it wasn't at the Woe Is Me tent. It was promoted at the Start tent, and I still had like 500 kids that came to meet me. So, you know, and they all, you know, told me that I should do more solo stuff. And so I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like a cocky thing or you know, anything like that. It wasn't me trying to sell out. It was just me following my heart.
Do you miss the band, or do you miss being in a band?
Well, the thing is, like, now that everybody else that quit saw what I saw and left for the same reasons I left, they started to click with me and understand, you know, my reasoning and my heart. And when those guys left, those were the only people I stayed in connect with and were still friends with. And when they left, I was like, I have no use for this band anymore. I was really upset at first about Vengeance. Given it's a great song, it's heavy, it's whatever, but the message behind the song is not what we created Woe Is Me to be, and I'm very disappointed at what it's become. But things change, people change, and you know, they're still growing, and they have whatever message they have, whether it's against me or the guys in the band, or you know, people that I don't know what the message is, but I know Vengeance wasn't the legacy we started Woe Is Me to be, and I think the guys that quit understand that now, and whatever, you know, future endeavors we partake in is gonna definitely go back to the original dreams. And
Something new is in the works.
Definitely, yeah. Like I said, we're just riding and hanging out and being friends again and seeing where it goes.
Yeah, dude, I think there's a big market right now for another boy band.
Yeah, I don't think that's my Steve.
No, your style. What do you say to Woe Is Me fans who just kind of watch their favorite band split apart, basically?
Well, I mean, like a lot of kids would write me on Facebook and talk shit and like listen to the wrong rumors and all this stuff, and I kept my mouth shut for the longest time because it doesn't matter to me, because I know my heart and I know where I'm going. And you know, the band put out these twisted messages about me being manipulative and being fake and all this stuff, and I just let it go, you know. Like if I was really fake, I would have defended it but it wasn't worth that much to me, you know, because I knew my true fans would stick with me, and then the rest would come out from behind the shadows of what Woe Is Me has become, and they would see what's right. But nonetheless, like, I'm proud of the band for whatever they're doing and whatever success comes their way, like, you know. And I'm not just trying to say that because, like, oh, I'm trying to cover up for all the shit I just talked about them. It's not really shit talk. It's just honesty, and I've always been honest, and I've either been honest or quiet.
It's gotta suck though I mean, all those fans you guys had and all that work you put into building that name. I mean, it must have been difficult to leave, you know?
It'll come back. I mean, it was difficult to leave my friends. I knew my fans would be there, and like I still have the same message. And I think because of that, though, like you said, like it's hard for me to leave the fans. It wasn't that I was turning my back on them; they just don't understand, you know. But like you said, I feel like there's unfinished business with those fans, and there's a lot of closure that needs to be had. And not to say that it's going to be closure, but they definitely deserve more of that side of my heart, that heavy side of me, and so I think that's where it comes into play with me. Yeah,
working side of you, the heavy side. We support you, man. So I'm excited. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Don't you hate meeting fans? It's like you don't know what to do.
I always go in for the hug. I always go in.
Yeah, where's my hug?
They're like, yes,
there.
And I'm just like,
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not that gross. I showered 3 days ago. So.
I showered 5 days ago.
We've done enough serious ones, so we should do 5 days.
More funny.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, dude.
Baby, take a chance, so you'll never ever know. I got money in my hands.